No. Yes, I just told you no. But listen, did the world come to an end? Of course not. However, many times when we get a no as a sales professional, we feel like everything is just falling apart. On this episode today, we're going to talk to you and give you some ideas from my good friend Harry Spaight on how you can make sure that you don't get too discouraged once you hear a no. Check it out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we have a fantastic guest. His name is Harry Spaight. And we have his link down in the show notes. He has an amazing podcast, which we have a link to as well, and his book, Selling with Dignity. Harry is a keynote speaker. He works with individuals and with especially sales and company and business owners who are trying to improve their sales process, who are really concerned about what they're trying, what way their team's selling, and trying to figure out a way to create a process that's going to help them streamline and sell easily. And you can check out his book and his podcast where he documents and gives so many great insights. I had the pleasure of being on his podcast, and you can find a link down to that in the show notes. But Harry and I talk about this idea of no. How do we react? How do we go through and how do we tackle and make sure that we still stay upbeat and with our, in good spirit? No, I'm not interested. That discouragement. Why does that affect people so badly?
Yeah, because we typically take it personally. I mean, hey, I don't want to hear the word no either. I mean, it's not like I love the word no. And I'm not a huge believer to get through the no's. You got to have so many no's to get to the yeses. Hey, the word no doesn't make me happy. It's not something I thrive on. And I still, to this day, will question to some degree, is it me?
Yes.
And I feel for people out there who, I mean, we can say all the whatever the term is, it's escaping me, but all of the generic terms that people say, they're not taking, it's not about you, it's about your product, there's not a need. It's like, look, I can be a screwball. I can mess things up. I can say the wrong things, and people say no to me, and I'll say, was it the way I came across? Did I do this wrong? Do I get a do-over? Yeah, so yes, I do look in the mirror on the nose, but in general, I recognize, and I think the vast majority of us do, because we say no all the time.
Yes.
But we don't hold the person we're saying no to as blaming them for some reason.
The other thing that you had shared, you and I had talked about before, and I want you to continue, you brought it up at the beginning of this podcast when you gave us a little bit more background. Sales is more of a place of service. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, and that's really my passion, is that if you think about the Uber driver, and this goes back to a guy I know who's got this great book, and he talks about selling mangoes and the difference with mangoes that there isn't, right? It's all about the personality of the seller. Well, the same is true today about Uber drivers. And Uber drivers, you think of the one who offers you water, your choice of music, asks how the climate is, it's got a spotless car, just opens the door for you, lifts your luggage into the trunk, does everything like that, and is just serving like crazy, is the person in sales. Right? Most people think of him as an Uber driver. I look at that as like the best salesperson ever, because they know how to take care of their clients. And they will get repeat business, because what am I going to do? Number one, I'm going to leave a nice tip. And number two, I'm going to leave 5-star review, and I'll probably say this guy or this gal is awesome. Yeah. So they're doing that because they're selling. Yes. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people look at sales as something that they're taking. Like, I got to close this person. I got to get the deal. I got to get, right? It's get. I got to get the money. I got to close the deal. I got to get the business. It's all about us. If we just say, how can I serve the person that's sitting across from me What is it that they really need? And in today's world, like there's a lot of choices with mangoes, there's a lot of choices with Uber drivers, there's a lot of choices with what you're selling. Mm-hmm. Make it easy for the person to go with you. I hate sales as a numbers game. It gives me the chills. A shiver goes through my spine when I hear that sales is a numbers game.
Why is that?
So if I hear someone say sales is a numbers game, I think of you're completely missing the opportunity of the person in front of you. Because you're viewing, I got to get through the no's to get to the yes. And you do a poor job with the person in front of you because you're not thinking that that person could be a yes. You're thinking, I got to get through the no's to get to the yes. I say, work on your skills. Dig deep. Find out what the person's real challenges are and see if they are truly a candidate for your product or service or not, and then cultivate that over time. But if we work on skills, we understand different buying types, right? Different personalities, and we dive into those skills that are required to relate to different types of people. We can't honestly say that sales is a numbers game and just treat everybody the same, use the same lame pitch, and expect if I talk to 100 people, 3 people are going to say yes, and I'm going to get my sales. Well, go have at it, because I'm going to call on the other 97. And the other 97 are going to have real needs that I'm going to uncover. I'm going to find ways to relate to them. And I don't need 10,000 potential clients or prospects. I could work out of hundreds and digging deeper and finding people that are going to pay for my product with profit. And profit, by the way, is a good thing.
If there's one major piece of advice you want folks to leave this episode with, what's that one major piece of advice?
Serve the person across from you. Right? Be where you are and serve that person. Good things will happen. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're catching me. I went a little digital here, but it's sellingwithdignity.com. And they'll find, if they want to download a few chapters of the book, or get in touch with me and have a conversation, and we'll talk sales and how to help grow your business. I'm all about that. So it's sellingwithdignity.com. Easy button.
All right, that was my good friend Harry. If you want to connect with him, you can find all of his information in the show notes. If you want to learn about his podcast and also listen to my episode on his show, go ahead and find information down below and check out his book as well. He is super down to earth, and as you can hear in his voice, just like, just a happy person and willing to serve and to share. And every time I've interacted with Harry, it's just been one of those people that you get done talking to, you just have this you feel you can't help but just have a good smile on your face. So check out Harry. Tell him that you heard him on the Sales Evangelist podcast, and let him know that you're trying to improve your sales process as well and make life easy and make sales easy. As always, check out our sponsors because they're giving you some amazing offers and deals, and I love their tools. They're giving us benefit, and I feel that it can benefit you as well. I'm not going to push something that I don't feel could help you. So check it out. As always, if this is your first time listening to our show, subscribe to it. And if you enjoy it, leave us a rating and review. It would be greatly appreciated. Tell someone else about the podcast. Our goal is simple. We want you to find more of your ideal customers. We want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. We want you to close more deals. But most importantly, we want you to raise your level of thinking and go out and do big things. Thank you so much for watching.